We got everybody back. We did have one player that would have been a senior that decided to not play this year, Jaleesa Kennedy. She was kind of a role player for us last year, good defensive player. But other than that, yeah, we've got our our main top 7, 8 kids back as far as top scorers.
How is that?
It's good. It's been right at 6 months. She has her next checkup for the strength of the knee next week. If that all is what we hope, then she should start practicing more contact in practice. After that, my guess is obviously she's probably not going to play next week because she wouldn't have practiced any, in the 3 Hall of Fame games we got. But I would say since we don't play at all during Thanksgiving week, probably when we play volunteer after Thanksgiving, she may be able to play some starting then. And being playing for a state championship last year, the only thing we can expect is to be in that same position and play for another state championship. And obviously, we hope it goes the other way for us this year. But there's no other goal that you can set when you've already been to that point and you return every kid that meaningful kid, from the previous season. That's the only goal you can have as far as the big goal anyway. Same thing you always would say. I think we can get better defensively, and that's one of the things that, as we progress every year through the season, I think we get better and better defensively. I think once we get to tournament time, our defense has always even been better than it has been during the regular season. Defense, just from our first scrimmages that we had on Saturday, rebounding. We rely on our athleticism sometimes too much, and we don't really do the fundamental things, box out like we need to. So I think a lot of defensive things that we can do better. And then offensively, we've got some skilled players, obviously. And offense is just going to be a matter of, still doing the things that we do and not necessarily improve, but continue to be unselfish players, which our kids are. You look at our group last year, our 5 starters averaged anywhere from 9 to 14 points a game. Yeah. And so, you're talking about kids that in some places could be averaging over 20 points a game, some of those kids. So to be able to be that unselfish and share the ball like they do, that's one of the things we just got to continue to do well. I think just losing one game and it being a state championship game, I think if there's any positive from that, it's motivation. I think, like I said, they're back this year for one goal, and that is to get to the state championship game and obviously have a different outcome. That's a lot of times, in past years we talk about, we want to win regular season, we want to win the district. We're not really focused on all those things. Those things are great, and we want to do those things, but our focus is making sure that when tournament time comes, we're ready to make that run like we did last year. And I think losing like we did is motivating for our kids. Just to give you an example, we scrimmaged Riverdale this summer down at MTSU, and it was our 4th game of the day. And we didn't play very well in 2 of the 2nd and 3rd games. And so I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen because we're going to play Riverdale in Murfreesboro. And our kids go out and it was a totally different team than what had played the 2 games before that, where we didn't play very well. So I think they're very motivated to get back to that situation and play at that level that they were playing at last year.